Hello everyone and welcome to our iPICKmyBUTT video, more Survivor.io, and the day has finally come. We've got Tsukiyomi and we're getting her to level 60. Now if you saw a while back when the Essence first came out, I dropped about I think maybe 32,000. I dropped a lot of Essence into Common just to kind of show the leveling up of the hero himself. But in order to do that, I pretty much burned it all up, which led my other heroes to be behind, which meant I couldn't really give a good comparison of one hero to the other. So in this video, we're going to be taking both of these heroes going in on Trials 63, meaning that we're going to be facing a whole ton of bears and see how they hold up against them. And they do have haste too, so that's going to add an extra element. Now, the thought process I had behind this was we need to find something that matches up pretty close and similar to the Moonshade Slash. So for Common, I figured we would go and replace it with the Guardian. You know, we're a circle, it spins, it's kind of typically the same size, maybe a little bit further it extends than the Moonshade Slash, but we're going to try to get the Light Chaser evolved, we're going to try to get drones evolved, and obviously the Guardian. And then for Tsukiyomi, obviously Light Chaser, drones, and then the Moonshade Slash. Now, I did get a couple other abilities that were in comparison to, we did get both of them had attack boost on them. The only downfall was it's difficult to get the exact same abilities every single run without going and playing it over and over, and I'm just too lazy to do that. But the main thing we got was the difference in this was we did go and get the laser launcher for Tsukiyomi, and we got bricks for Common there, and both of them never made it to the Evo state. Now, I will say that we are going in at 24 or 4 or something like that K for our actual attack damage, and for both of these heroes, even though they're both at level 60, there's no actual difference inside the stats. We got the same attack, all the upgrades are the same. The only thing that's different is the all hero upgrades, but obviously, an all-hero upgrade is going to apply to all heroes. And I will say, even at 24 plus K here, this still wasn't that easy. There was a lot of moments where I did end up dying, having to use revives, call it stupidity if you want, but when it came down to it, I was struggling at some points inside the game, especially when the pigs came out at first. So it wasn't one of those things where I was doing better with one than the other. I mean, yeah, it might have been a little bit better one, but that was just strictly based by the abilities that I had, but it was still a struggle. I ended up dying, and I even had to spend some gems because I burned up all the little tokens there for reviving. Now, as far as how things were going inside the game with the Moonshade Slash and the Guardian, both of them weren't really doing too much damage dealt before getting evoed. But I did try to get some numbers throughout the game. This is at the 5-minute mark for both of them. You can see Tsukiyomi is just killing it with the Light Chaser, although the Moonshade Slash is not doing too much, only at 5%, which in comparison is pretty close to where the Guardian is at, only at 4%. Now, yes, the numbers are a little bit different on that side because things are different star levels and so on. You can see it right here. We obviously got the Light Chaser evolved on one and the Lightning Emitter on the other, but I was able to get the White Drone, I believe, a little bit earlier on the Common side, so that's why the number was showing up higher inside that. Now for both runs, we got the Evo for both the Moon Halo and for the Defender pretty close around the same time. It's between 6 minutes 30 seconds and 6 minutes and 45. But look at the stats right here. Moon Halo is only 5% still. Defender, we're sitting up actually about 9% now. But like I said, this is right after we got an Evo. Now I didn't really take good readings from there because I was distracted by the bear, but the Moon Halo actually went up to like about 11 or 12%, and where the Guardian was at about 9%, it actually dropped down about 5%. Now it only took about half a minute for the Moon Halo to go up, but the Guardian, I took it more towards the end of it, so I had a full blast through all the bears. So take that how you want it, but the big thing is here is look what happens when we come up to the bears. Now, this is probably as close as I can get it here for comparison, but at about 6 minutes 50 seconds on Common side, we got everything evoed except for the brick and the rocket, and we're only at 2 stars for the HE fuel. Now, as far as Tsukiyomi's side, everything but the laser launcher and the rocket, but we have much more on the HE fuel. I think we're at 4 stars, which should pretty much help benefit even more because we're going to be able to hit even better. And as you can see on the screen right here with the bears, the Moonshade is struggling with keeping these bears away, and we're just getting devoured by it, even though it is probably doing a little bit more attack. But the Guardian, on the other hand, it's able just to kind of keep us safe having that knockback. Yes, we do have the tech part equipped, which is going to be giving us double the knockback on it, but you can see we're maintaining and staying pretty safe for the most part. Can't say too much for Tsukiyomi's side. Now, obviously, this is just one situation out of many. Don't think that this just makes Tsukiyomi a terrible hero to choose. She's actually very fun, and the skill is useful. Although if I know I'm going to be coming up against mobs like this, I might be switching over to common and just grabbing a guardian on it and staying safe. But what I do actually wish that they might do, which is going to make the game even more difficult, is I'd really love to see a tech part for this Moonshade, and even for the Medi Drone for catnips too. I think it'd be a nice little addition to the game, or at least give some sort of extra buff on it, maybe some knockback, but that's just me. But really curious to know what you guys think. Do you think one's better than the other? Do you still consider them equal? Do you think the Moonshade is worth losing that slot for the ability to pick it up? Let me know in the comments below. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.